Good morning, everybody. Uh, Quick little video while I'm walking the dog. He just tried to run after a bird and flew across. So I watch these retirement videos and these people's plans about what they're going to do when they retire and how much money they got in their savings, and a lot of these people worrying about what they're going to do. And my take on all this is, you struggle during your whole working years, to keep lights on, keep roof over your head, make ends meet. And you try to save money, but, something always comes up, life happens. Vehicle shits the bed, or, house problems, or unexpected bills, or unexpected life happening, whatever. And people think that somehow when you retire, that all that's going to magically go away and you could just kick your feet up and relax. But that's not how things go, because that's not how it works. Life doesn't change just because you stop working. It doesn't. It keeps rolling. So all these people are like, oh, I'm going to save up all this money that I could use during my working years, to make things a little easier while you work. And I'm going to put that away and never touch it until I'm 70 something, if you make it that long, because let's face it, as much as we'd like to believe that health is better, this day and age is really delusional, because health ain't no different than it was way back when. In fact, it might even be worse because of the fact that we got more pollutions and all that stuff in the air. So what makes you think you're actually going to live longer? We're eating processed food. We got all kinds of pollutants in the air. We all got all kinds of fucking shit going on. But yet somehow people think that we're in a better state. We're not. Everything's more expensive. Things are more cheaper built. Like I said, even our food's processed cheaply and poorly, I might add, which causes all kinds of health problems. And so people think they're going to struggle and they're going to save. That way when they get to retirement age, they don't have to work and they can just, kick back and live the golden years. That's not how it works, my friends. I'm afraid it doesn't work that way. I kind of came to this epiphany this morning when I woke up and slid through my scrolls here. And that's not how it works. Life is going to keep lifing. It's going to stay difficult. It's just going to get more difficult because now you're to the age that you can't do the work that you could when you were younger. I'm a mason, landscaper by trade, but I can't really do all that stuff as much as I used to. My body's breaking down at a rapid pace. I got blood clots in my leg. I got, I've had back problems, knee problems, ankle problems, hand problems, shoulder problems, you name it, from living that hard life, working that hard job, which was satisfying. It is satisfying when you come home after a long day of busted ass, because you're like, I accomplished something. I really busted ass. But as you get older, that feeling begins to fade and is replaced by a kind of a stiff soreness that doesn't go away. And of course, I got my 17-year-old kid saying, oh, Dad, you just need to stretch. It's like, bro, stretching ain't going to fix that. Yeah, it'll make you feel a little limber for an hour. But trust me, all that pain's going to come right back. It's going to set right back in because there's damage inside, internally, And that's just the way it is. And you can't dial the clock back. You got all these people like, oh, just exercise. Well, I am exercising. I'm walking my dog twice a day. I'm active. I don't just sit around on my ass. There's all kinds of things I'm doing, even when the work is not up at season, before it becomes full springtime, I'm still doing stuff around the house, doing stuff all over, keep myself busy. And like I said, that pain doesn't go away. Those pains and aches and those damages don't just fix themselves. It doesn't work that way. Once you get to that certain age, once you're pushing 50, all those aches and pains, they don't go away. They don't disappear. They don't just, go away. You can exercise all you want. You can get all the surgeries you want. You can do whatever you want to sidestep it, but it doesn't work that way. It really doesn't. No matter what you do, people are different from each other. There's some people that are, more dependable and durable for the later years, and there's some people that just, they're not, and I'm one of those guys that just about made it to 50, and I'm damaged. There's not really anything that could be done. I've talked to my doctor. I went, and because I was like, there's got to be something to fix this, because I always looked at my body like, like it's a pickup truck. Like, all right, something's broke, take it in the shop, get it fixed, back to work. Doesn't work that way, my friends, I'm afraid. And it's a tough pill to swallow, knowing that you can't fix some things. Some things just don't get repaired, because we're not at that age yet to where they can just cut you open, pull the bad parts out, and put new ones in, made of better material. It just doesn't work that way yet, guys. And I'm afraid all the people in my generation are going to be facing that when we get to be 60, 70, if we make it that far. If we make it to 60 or 70, I don't think there's a repair shop for us, because if you look at it from their standpoint, they're going to be like, why are we going to repair this old bastard? Why are we going to waste our material for him to last, 10, 15 more years? And what's he going to do? It's not like he's going to be out there working. So what's the point? It's a tough pill to swallow, guys. But you're wasting your time. You're wasting your money trying to plan for a retirement that isn't going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Not now. Maybe if the baby boomers way back didn't fuck things up for the future generations, which, yes, I'm one of those people that do partially blame that generation. And you know what? Yeah, they definitely deserved to kick back a little after the hardships they went through. You got the wars and, depression and all that. But they really did fuck things up. I mean, if you look at it, it's not just them, though. It's a lot to do with the government as well. But they didn't help anything. The baby boomers really, they really did leave a big old hole for us to fill in. It still ain't full yet, which, is in itself is a testament to how bad things are because of that gap. If things would have kept on, I think we'd be in a slightly better position. But then again, who knows? The government ain't exactly your friend, and they ain't exactly out to help us. They're out to fill their pockets. Career politicians, in my opinion, are worse than career criminals. Career criminals, at least you know where they're coming from, and you know what they're about. Career politicians do the same shit as a career criminal, with the exception of they're lying right to your face on live television. They're lying right to your face. I mean, you can count any president you want. You can bring up any president you want and say, well, he was my favorite president. Well, yeah, what did he do? You got to look at the good as well as the bad, because, none of those presidents got our best interest in mind. They don't care about you, me, any of us little people. We're tax cows, and they know it. We know it, or we should. If we don't, we're living in Wonderland. With the exception of there's no Cheshire cat feeding us fucking pills and drugs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe is the truth. I don't think saving all your money is the best idea for retirement. I think instead of saving money for retirement, you should be planning on what kind of work you're going to do when you retire. Because let's face it, unless you got 7-8 figures in your bank account, you're going to be working. You're going to work until you're dead. You're going to work right up until you die. There is no fucking retirement, ladies and gentlemen. The only retirement is you won't be able to do your main job because you're too broke down to do it. There is no retirement. Your best bet, save your money if you can. Sure, it's good to have some rainy day money, but plan on what you're going to do for a job. You know, whether it's making bracelets or knitting baskets or washing windows, and pick a nice warm spot to put your cardboard box up, because it gets cold up here in the winters. Anyway, guys, that's enough for me. My walk is over. Vinny Boy has done his business. As you can see, he pulls me up the road. That boy just pulls me. He's a polar dog. But anyway, it's coffee time. I'm enjoying Sunday. Hope you all have a good day, and hope you enjoyed the video. I'll make another one when the need arises. It's damn cold out here, boys. It's like 30 degrees, and I'm out here in shorts. I'm not the smartest man in the world. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching.